So I recorded my reaction to this fight night before, but I recorded it, uploaded it. No audio when I uploaded it. Thank you to you that commented on the video. There were two of you. I forgot your username. Sorry, but I'm just gonna go through the card quicker than I did before. Just give you my thoughts on each fight, starting with the main event of Brandon Moreno versus Steve Erceg. Brandon Moreno proved that he is one of the best in this division. I would say, really, he won, in my eyes, he won every round, but I would say maybe round two. I would have given Moreno or Steve like round two. I had it 49 40, 49 46. But I thought this was a really good showcase for Brendan Moreno. Steve Erceg did have the volume, but Brendan Moreno had the more damaging shots. He was able to walk down Steve Erceg at times. And to Steve Erceg's credit, he has been in there with, Pantoja, Kai Car France, the top of this division, and he did really well. Like Bra- he defended four takedowns, let one in the fifth, and to me, I don't think he has anything to um hang his head on. I feel like Brendan Moreno is just one of the best in this division. Now it's tricky though because he lost to Pantoja, he lost to Roy Bell, well, lost to Pantoja multiple times, but maybe with Pantoja moving out of the division, potentially fighting Marab, maybe Moreno gets back to it. I don't really know what match he makes now. I doubt they do the Brendan Roybal rematch, but you got options, and these last two fights for Brendan Moreno, he just looked really good, wasn't it? Yeah, Amir Albazi, he looked phenomenal in, but really good win for Brendan Moreno. Moving on to the co-main event, Manel Torres KOing um Drew Dover. I picked Torres to win. I didn't think he would do it in the fashion that he did. Was able to really set the pace right from the bat and run with it. He only needed a minute 45 to do it. Drop, was dropped him with a good combination and finished down the ground. Manel Torres, I must say, I really like his striking. I feel like I really like the combinations he was throwing in this fight, and he has lethal kicks. Now the problem is though, lightweight is difficult. We have a lot of good prospects coming up. I'm planning on doing a video specifically about lightweight matchmaking, but Manel Torres proved he is one of the most interesting prospects coming up and definitely delivered in this fight. I didn't expect him to get it done that quickly, though. That was a phenomenal performance. Moving over to Edgar Cereze versus CJ Vergara. Cereze gets it done by a rear naked choke in round one. Another very good performance. Uh, on the feet wasn't really much to go off on, but once it got to the ground, it it was it was all Edgar Freeze. Oh, can't know why did I say that. Edgar Freeze also landed a lot of big shots to get him to the ground, and yeah, I thought Freeze looked really good. Um, and yeah, was able to get the submission pretty easily too. We'll see what he does next. Moving on though to Raw Rosas Jr. A fight that I'm actually gonna comment more on because I don't know about this one. Like with with the Manel Torres fight, we know that Manel Torres is a top prospect. We knew that he had the capability to finish dude over. It could, I picked CJ Regard to win against Edgar Farize. He proved me wrong, or I think I picked Regard right. But Farize looked phenomenal once again, showcased that his grappling is really good, and I'm interested. I want to see what happens in this flyweight division, man. Like, there's so many interesting prospects. Again, dude, it's Pantoja being up there really complicates things, but I like what Edgar Trees did against CJ Vergara. Rebounding off of a loss to Josh Van. I'm big on Josh Van right now. I feel like he has some of the best striking coming up in that division. But yeah, good bounce back win. Was he going to pull off the running control pretty easily? Moving on to Raul Rosas Jr. versus Vince Morales. Raul Rosas Jr. won this by unanimous decision. However, this was a really, really close fight for me. Going off of the first Raul Rosas Jr. looked good on the feet. Um, landed a takedown of his own, but Morales, I felt, did a lot better on the ground throughout this fight. Round two, I gave it comfortably to Vince Morales. He landed Raul Rosas Jr. Raul Rosas Jr. was going for takedowns, landed two, but really wasn't able to do much with them. And then in the third, Vince Morales again outlanded him and was able to get some good submission attempts and really keep competitive on the ground. Now, with Rosas Jr., he is young, and I I thought that this could have been another loss for him. He makes a lot of mistakes that I feel like will get him caught at the top of bantamweight. Like, looking at his last few fights, he's on a 4 fight winning streak. This fight, the Erling fight, he looked good in. Ricky Turcock, he submitted. That's a good win. Knocking out Terrence Mitchell. I have a lot of concerns with Raul Rosas Jr. moving up in competition, though. I feel like after this fight, I want to see him face a another legit grappler, just to see that that side of his game is really what you know more than what we saw tonight. Moving on to David Martinez, knocking out Simon Oliveira with a knee in the clinch. This is a phenomenal performance. I lost my mind at this fight. David Martinez looked really good. He looked really good. Um, really, like was a landing. Oliveira was pushing the pace, even went for a takedown, wasn't able to get it, but it was in the clinch where he was able to land more than the knee that obviously did it, with a lot of big shots against the cage, got him out there, and yeah, it was. It was a really good knockout. I really liked this performance. David Martinez now 2-0 in the UFC. His first win was a unanimous decision against Xavier Franklin. Um, well, we'll see. Another young guy too, born in 1998. What does that make him? Um, that would be. I can't do math right now. I'm not doing it. But good win by David Martinez. Moving on to Kevin Borges versus Ronaldo Rodriguez. Borges got the win by unanimous decision. Going through the rounds, round one, Borges outlanded Rodriguez. Rodriguez did get a takedown, was able to hold him down for a little bit of time, but Borges did a good job at getting back to the feet and putting together a lot of good combinations. Moving into round two, Rodriguez tried continuing with the grappling, while Borges' takedown defense really shined in this round, and he was able to outland Rodriguez and pick the right shots. I had it really, I had it really, what the fuck is that? I don't know. I had it for Kevin Borges. And then this round three was the round of contention, I feel, where Ronaldo no, I'm tripping. This wasn't a competitive fight. I was reading the stats around. Sorry, I was reading the stats backwards. Round three was actually Borja's most solid round. I felt outlanding Rodriguez and think significant check. What was he at the 43 or 77? So yeah, really good win for Brazil. Was able to really uh, uh why is my brain not working? He was really able to transition and defend the takedowns. Um, later on, well, I guess in the middle of the fight, and yeah, it was a really good performance. I like the striking. I like the takedown defense. Moving on to our next fight, Ateba Gutierrez versus Jose Daniel Medina. Not apparently not the same as the other JDM. I picked Ateba Gutierrez to win by KO because looking at his record coming into the UFC, he's like a mini Francis Ngannou from Cameroon, and he showed that here, here, his shots were brutal, man. 17 of 33, all significant. Or no, I'm reading that backwards. 28 for a type of Gauthier. He just had a lot of power, man. And when it got to the clinch, it was brutal. Really good performance by Gutierrez, and looks like he could potentially be a problem in that middleweight division. The middleweight division lately has turned into a brutal division. You got Chimaev, you got DDP, Imavov, man. But a really good one by a Gutierrez, showing signs of being probably the, that you. I really cannot think of words right now. The boogeyman of the middleweight division. There it is. Moving on to Michael Carza, Michael Costa versus Christian Rodriguez. Costa won this fight by unanimous decision. 29-28, and I didn't really have a problem with this fight. um, Costa landed him in the first, showed really good takedown defense, defending 4 or 5. Round two, moving into that round, again showing good takedown defense, is only letting 1 of 4, landed one of his own, and he was able to get really good reversals on the ground and showcase he was the better grappler. Round three, um, Rodriguez did win 4 to 6, but it was kind of late. I think he clearly won round three, but rounds one and two with Cozella Costa um was just being a lot more effective in the striking and was able to reverse the grappling and be a threat. But really good win by Mick Brazil. Moving on to Lupi Godinez versus Julia Pilastri. I picked Julia Pilastri. Like my confidence in women's MMA fights when I'm picking them is basically zero unless it's a top 5 contender. Um, should say top 3. But Godinez looked really good throughout this entire fight. Palacio was able to outland Godinez slightly in the first round, but it was the takedowns and the wrestling of Godinez that appeared to be too much, and she won rounds one and two pretty easily, in my opinion. And then round three, for Austria looked really good. Was able to defend the takedowns, was landing really good shots. It was still a really close round. Really good win by Lupi Godinez, and she she impressed me. I liked how she was able to go from a scrappy boxing uh, scrapping boxing trade to transitioning to the takedowns. Um, and yeah, I thought she looked really good, but I mean, for women's MMA, I have no clue how you matchmake or figure out who's good there anymore. Moving on to Rafa Garcia versus Vince Pichel. Rafa Garcia won by unanimous decision 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. And for the most part, it was Rafa Garcia's fight the entire time. Pichel had his moments where Garcia was landing the biggest strikes, was able to get a takedown in round one. Um, Round two, I gave that's the round that I guess you could have given to Pichel. It was really close. It was really close. And actually, looking at the stats here, I kind of agree with the 29-28 now. It was really a close round. I can see that round being given to either one of them. But in the third round, it was more the same. Strikes were pretty even, but Rafa Garcia was being more being more effective with his striking. Got one takedown out of two, and looked really good. Vince Michelle, a legend. He's been, well, I won't say a legend, but he's a veteran. And that's a better word for him. Um, all around though, don't disagree with this fight. Ralph Garcia just did more and was able to mix in the grappling pretty well. Moving on to Jamal Amers versus Gabriel Miranda. This fight basically went exactly how I thought it would. Gabriel Miranda has only opportunity to win this fight would have been a submission. He had one attempt, really went nowhere, and then he just he, he got he got got. There's no way around it. Um, Miranda 2 for 4 on the takedowns. Jamal Emmers looked looked really good. Like the shots he was throwing at Gabriel Miranda were scary. You look at his last three fights too. All ended by first round knockout. Granted, for his last one was getting knocked out by Nate Landwehr, but yeah. What else do you want me to say? Miranda's only opportunity to win this fight was submission. Went for one, didn't work, got knocked out because she had no hands. Moving on to the next fight, we have the final fight, the opening fight of Markel Medeiros versus Austin Hubbard. I picked Austin Hubbard to win. Um, you know, I didn't think it would have been a dominant performance, but I felt Austin Hubbard would have been able to mix the grappling section really well, and I thought the grappling was gonna be where the difference is made. But from round one and into 2 and 3, Markel Madero's his takedown defense was really impressive. Was able to outland Austin Hubbard, stay at a distance, and you know, round two, Austin Hubbard did control Madero's most of the round. He had 4 minutes of control time, to be exact, so I guess over more. And then in the third round, though, Hubbard gets one takedown, is able to get some control time. But Medeiros is able to reverse him and do more on the ground. And all in all, he he was being more active. I felt he was defending takedowns well, moving in and out, landing a good one too. He was doing a good job at throwing the the weight kicks, and all in all, I thought it was a really good performance by Markel Medeiros. Um, let's see, that was the final fight, right? Yeah. All in all, though, I really liked the card. It was a really fun card. The question is though, is now with Brendan Moreno being on a 2 fight win streak, looking as impressive as he has been in his last 2 fights. What do you do at flyweight, man? You got Manel Kopp, who's supposed to fight Brendan Royval, but he ended up KOing Erceg Mabayev. And then you got Royval, obviously. You got um, Kai Kara France. I don't know. It's a scary division, man. But let me know in the comments down below. What did you think about tonight's fight night? What performances impressed you? And most importantly, where do you see Manel Torres going in the next few years? Because Manel Torres, he has been really impressed me these last 3 fights. Well, let me know all your thoughts on this fight night card down below. Thanks for watching. Hopefully the audio wasn't fucked